Okay. Court is in session in cause number 319996. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Edward Rowe Jr. Mr. Rowe, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowe, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Rowe, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Rowe, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Mr. Rowe?
Fine, and you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Rowe, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about March 3rd of 2018, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of possession of marijuana. Mr. Rowe, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Rowe, how do you plead? Not guilty, guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowe, I have another document before me. This document is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Mr. Rowe, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this document, Mr. Rowe, there are two, he got one set of initials, he didn't initial. He put an X on it, but he didn't initial the part down here.
Oh, thank you.
He'll hand that back to you.
Sorry,
There's one
this
spot
is
there.
Where you said you. did
You're
not
waiving the
want-
discovery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
discovery, if you'll just initial by that X. Sorry, that was my bad.
Mr. Rowe.
Yes, sir.
Okay. On state's exhibit number 1, on page 2, there are 2 sets of initials. Mr. Rowe, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the first set? It's on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials there?
Yes, sir.
The next set of initials is on a line under a paragraph that is titled Discovery Admonishment. And it states that you are waiving your right to discovery. You do not request discovery in this case, and you enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowe, there are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Rowe, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowe, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me state's exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer state's number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rowe, I have before me state's exhibit number 1. That's the document that you acknowledge. This document have your initials on page 2 and your signature on page 3. The state would like to use this document as evidence against you in your case. Is it all right for the state to use this document as evidence in your case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no objections. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Rowe, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
Wait, could you repeat that?
Is there any information that you're currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Rowe, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Yeah, the agreement is for 5 days, time served with court costs to be taxed and retired.
Mr. Rowe,
Yes,
the
sir.
state is offering that you serve 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you have already served 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $397, but you would not have to pay the $397 because the 3 days, well, the days that you served in jail has already paid the court cost. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Mr. Rowe, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowe, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Rowe, please stand on the X right here in front of our clerk. You're gonna follow her directions, and once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Chicken still?
What?
My bell mic, do I still have the chicken with the bell?
Just call your bell, man. He'll inform what you need to do.
All right, thanks.
Just put your right.
Okay, we're back on the record in cause number 319996. Now, Mr. Rowe, prior to you doing your paperwork and working out your case with your district attorney's office, you signed some documents, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, the first document I have here is a document that's titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature at the bottom of this document?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line stating that you're waiving your right to the attorney you want to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
And the next document is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Rowe, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And so, Mr. Rowe, are you still wanting to go forward with your plea bargain? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna make this part of the record. Mr. Rowe, the court is following the plea bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. I think you've already did your paperwork, so you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Yeah, too. You guys have a great day.
I think you signed the wrong one.
I did? Okay, I didn't
I
sign.
don't see any signatures on it.
Yeah, you need to
They
stay.
had
first.
5 days. Uh-oh. It went away. Give roll again.
Huh?
Yeah, it had ER. No. His stuff, when I had him to re-sign it,
It said,
the X is not here. Huh?
do what?
You see down here? You're supposed to sign that. That was the ER.
Oh.
He had signed it. I saw it on there. I went over it with him. I mean, he didn't get
I
out
don't
of,
know why that Shawnee Hilton the screen though.
oh, I made a mistake and went into Shawnee Hilton's, but I don't think I,
Oh, okay.
is it?
Cause this one never turned.
Yeah, you see,
green.
yeah, I never,
The purple one never turned.
Yeah, I never signed in it. No, she don't have nothing on here for me. I just accidentally hit it. Is he still out there? The,
Must have ran down those stairs.
for some reason, Mr. Rowe, when the one you corrected, it still just have X on it, you still have to make that correction. You can get this document back to him. I don't know what, here you go. I don't know what happened, because I saw it on there. Make sure you don't press that button on the side on that pen, because sometimes you do that, it erases.
Oh, right.
Just reinitial by the X.
Yeah. It was on there, and so I think what happened, you might have pressed that button. There's a little button on the side.
Yeah, I see it now. I ain't even paying attention.
Right. Okay. Okay, you're free to go.
All right. Judge, you the state for anything else?
Oh, you messed. No, we have to get Miss, it's on there this time. That's strange. We have to get Miss Hilton. Right there. Do we have her paperwork?
This is the old stuff.
Oh, we don't need the old one.
It still doesn't have your signatures.
I'll do it again. She put the wrong person on. She put it in the wrong spot.
That was,
Ask, Miss, Grilla. Okay, the court is in session at cause number 312738. The case is style of state of Texas versus Shauna Hilton.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hilton, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hilton, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Hilton, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Hilton, how are you doing, Ms. Hilton?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Hilton, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled, okay, the first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Hilton, is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line stating that you would like to apply for court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document before me. This document is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Ms. Hilton, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Hilton, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Hilton, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand the document,
Yes, sir.
what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hilton, I've read your affidavit of indigence, and based on your answers in this affidavit, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And Ms. Hilton, your attorney that will be appointed to represent you is Attorney Marva Provo. And the provost will be given information on how to contact you, and you will be given information on how to contact her. Now, Ms. Hilton, you're gonna stand on the 4X in front of our court coordinator. She's gonna give you that information. Once you get the information on how to contact Ms. Provost from our court coordinator, you'll be free to leave, and you have a blessed day. And stay safe in this inclement weather.
Thank you, you guys too.
All right, thank you.
All right, Jim. Thank you.
All right, you are, let's do this here. Court will be in recess to 2 p.m. for our trial docket.
We have